Okay, so this is going to be the Prusa Reprap build 14, and we're going to be talking about the software. So this is a list that we're going to be doing at any time. If you get lost, I'll put all the links and descriptions underneath this video. So let's get started. Okay, so first we're going to be installing Arduino, and that is so we can upload our firmware to our electronics. And then what I'm going to be using for our host program is Pronterface, and that gives us the code that runs on the computer so we can control the riprap. And then our skinning program will be using SFact, which is a SkinForge mod, made it easier for users. And then the firmware that I'll be installing is a Sprinter. Okay. So first, all the links are on below, and this is the Arduino. Just download down here, and then print run, SFact, and Sprinter. And then I already downloaded all of those right here, and then just unzip all those. And then next, after we do that, we have to download Python, which will make it so we can use SFact and Pronterface. Alright, now everything is extracted. We're going to take the Arduino 0.1 and copy that. Then go to our program files and then paste it in there. I already have mine right here. Okay, and then we're going to plug in the Arduino board, and when we do that, it's going to fail, and then we'll install the drivers manually. So I'm going to do that quick. Alright, so the first time you do this, on the bottom right hand corner of your computer, it'll try to search for it, but then it's going to fail if you have Windows 7 like me. And what you do is we're going to go to the device manager under the control panel. Alright, once device manager is open, under ports, the Arduino will be there. We're going to right click, and I'm going to update, and browse your computer for the files, and then go back to our program files where you put the Arduino folder. And under the Arduino folder there'll be the driver. Just click that and press OK, and it'll install it correctly. Okay, so now that the driver is installed, you'll see that mine is on COM port 4, and you'll need that for later on, so remember that. And we'll close out of that. And then when you install that, it won't have a link or a shortcut in the front, so you should probably do that now so you don't have to go back into your program files. And then once you do that, you can go to the Arduino, and that will load up. Alright, now that Arduino's up, there's just two things to check before I go on to the next step. Under Tools, make sure that your board, which mine is the Mega 2560, is selected, and then the serial port, which I told you before, is mine is COM port 4, so it's you make sure that it's actually talking to your Arduino board. Okay, now we're on to installing Python so we can run Pronterface and SFact. And so what you want to do is install these in order. So first Python, just double click that to install it. I've already installed these. And then after that the py serial, and then after that the wx python 2.8, and then py read line 1.7. Then once you do that, you want to go into the print run folder, and then make a new folder. And call it SkeenForge. Okay, and then go back and go into the SFact folder. And copy all of this. And put it into the print run SkeenForge folder you just made. And what this does is it lets you use the newest, best version of Pronterface. Alright, after that's done, we can go back a file and then go down to Pronterface right here. And that will load up the Python script and then bring us to Pronterface. And then to get to SFact, let's go back here. So this is where Pronterface was. You should probably make a shortcut to desktop, and then SFact will be under SkeenForge right here. So just double click that. Python will open up, and open up SFact. Alright, so next we'll be installing Sprinter. Okay, so for the last software, we're going to be using Sprinter, and that's basically the software that's going to be talking. What your computer thinks what 1 millimeter is will actually be 1 millimeter movement in on the printer. So, and then also with the feed rate of your hot end, how much filament is actually going into it. Okay, so we're going to open up the Arduino software, the file, open, and then find the Sprinter folder. Double click on that, and then the Sprinter folder, and then go down to the sprinter.pde. And then that will open this. Go over to configuration, and I won't really be going through this that much. We'll probably do another video about configuring the Reprap. So the first one is what type of electric boards do you have? I have the ramps 1.3, so I'd put 3.3 here. And next is the thermistor for the heat bed and for your extruder. I have a 100K thermistor, so 1 on both those. The next one is for your extruder, and I have the weight extruder, so it does give you some generic values, but those won't be 100% correct. And we'll go through that later in the next video on getting that set up, but that's where you'd put those numbers. The only other thing that I've touched on here is the SD support. I don't have an SD support as of now, so you can just press / and that will turn that off. Okay, and then once you have that all set up, you can just upload it to your Arduino, and then that will be in there forever until you change something. Alright, well that's it for the software. If I'm sorry about the video quality, just the camcorder to the computer screen, but if there's anything else you guys want to see or want more information on, I'll try to put it underneath this video. Alright, thank you.